So, people all across the internet are rightfully hating on James Gunn's Superman.
I'm not messing around, I'm doing important stuff. Fuck him.
And the cope is insane from these nutjobs, saying that it's Snyder fanboys and right-wing grifters, when in reality it's just the fans. And these freaks like James Gunn do not care about the real fans. But before we get into it, if you want to help out the channel, maybe consider subscribing or supporting me over on Patreon. I've gained a lot of subscribers from the last video as well, so I cannot thank you enough. So I didn't plan on making another video about Superman, because what is there to make it on? But then James Gunn had to open up his retarded mouth. This freak shouldn't be anywhere near any superhero or kids movie. And he's at the head of DC, making decisions about everything. Who decided that this was a good idea? Nobody likes it, and it's being proven. What is people's main problem with the Superman trailer? The fact that it's not a Superman movie. It's another Guardians of the Galaxy movie, filled with Marvel humor and cringe.
Make a move, Big Blue.
Are you serious?
And I don't love overusing the word woke, but Superman is most definitely that. And if you don't want to hear the word woke, then it's made by libtard Marxist scumbags. Girl bosses, race swaps, feminism, and making Superman anti-American. So if you wanted the reason why Superman was woke, there it is right there. It's not the American way anymore, it's just the human way, which is some weird thing that James Gunn created. James Gunn loves doing this, making a movie or a TV show about a character or a group of characters and just doing what he wants. And that usually results in feminism, race swaps, tons of kids everywhere, and do not do the research if you want to find out why. This guy is seriously a vile human being, a total piece of crap, and now he thinks it's okay to come out and call out the fans. James Gunn responds to a Snyder fan urging people to spoil and review bomb Superman. First of all, that's totally fake. I've said it before about how most of these news sources are paid off, and no, that doesn't mean they're getting paid money. They might be, I don't know, but basically what I'm saying is Marvel and DC is urging people to make these movies look good, and that's exactly what this is, because the Snyder fan here, he might be real, but my opinion is that he's fake. They're trying to create a narrative that these disgusting Snyder fans who can't let go of Zack Snyder's trash movies, I'm just gonna say that, his movies suck. DC, James Gunn, and all of these paid off news sources are trying to make you believe that there's a horde of basement dwelling, angry, fat Snyder fans who just hate this movie and are being disgusting. When in reality, as I said previously, it's actually just fans. From looking at the comments I got in my last video and other videos on YouTube and Twitter, I've came to the realization that it's not any Snyder fans, it's actually people who like comics and Superman, and people who like entertainment, because that's not what this is. DC and Marvel were entertainment first. Stan Lee said it himself, and the same goes with DC. You can say what you want about Spider-Man was fighting for this and Superman was a social justice warrior communist, but you're basically spasticated, because none of that is true. It's made for entertainment. It's like saying movies and TV shows started off as a big political vehicle, when in reality these things are made to entertain people. And not only is DC and James Gunn failing at that, but he's also gone out of his way to argue with people who have a problem with his slop. I think we'll survive. I'm not sure the 8 people that listen to that guy will impact the course of events. That's a very common argument. It's that, oh, you and the 5 people who agree with you mean nothing. It's James Gunn, DC, and all of the real Superman fans against these freaks. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but it's not just 8 people. There's a lot more people out there who love Superman, who are diehard fans, that have no time for your crap. So this argument immediately gets destroyed when you look around YouTube and you see videos like mine and other people who are getting feedback from real fans. Look, if you're watching this video and you agree with me and you're a Superman fan, then you're making an impact. You're changing the course of events, because that's all that really matters. Fans that come together, real fans who care for the entertainment, not the politics hidden within, and stand up against garbage slop like this movie made by disgusting people. For example, look at this absolute moron. He has it in quotations. Superman can't get into an argument. Superman can't make a joke. Superman can't punch a guy in the face. Why are so many people afraid of Superman being an actual character? Yeah, you're ultra retarded. It just amazes me that people like this actually exist. Nobody said any of these things, and no real fan agrees with any of that. Superman can make jokes, and he can punch people in the face, and he can get into arguments, like he has in every other movie and cartoon and comic. He did it without being cringe, spastic man who acts like Chris Pratt from Guardians of the Galaxy, who has big red eyes from, I don't know, crying about feminism, and he's punching people in the face in some CGI garbage shot. I've seen Superman get into arguments in Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. He didn't do it the way he did it here.
I wasn't representing anybody except for me and doing good. People were going to die.
Superman is supposed to be strong and stoic. He's not screaming the house down like some autistic kid. That's the end of the line. He's Superman. He's strong, stoic, stands for truth, justice, and the American way. And most importantly, he's not autistic, weak, or retarded. What in the name of God are you smoking? I don't know, man. Sometimes I think that we just need a great flood to come in and wash away all the fake fans. If people actually stood their ground and were elitists and gatekeepers, then maybe we wouldn't have people like this. But I'm going to be realistic. I'm not going to pull a James Gunn. I'm not going to say that only 5 people in the world think like this guy, because a lot of people out there believe this crap and think like this. But the same amount of people, if not more, care for characters and entertainment. Superman is a comic book character. People just seem to forget that. And a lot of the people arguing here haven't read the comics. I'm not even a Superman fan, and I've read Superman comics that aren't just Grant Morrison. That's all people base stuff off of. Batman, forget Frank Miller, forget Denny O'Neil, forget John Wagner, forget Chuck Dixon. Let's just focus on Scott Snyder. Daredevil, let's focus on Brubaker and Mark Waid, and just forget Frank Miller. And look where it's brought us. Superman is a piece of filth that absolutely nobody likes. So you can talk about comic accuracy and scream that, oh, it's the Snyder fanboys, but your Marvel humor piece of junk is stupid. Nobody likes it. Go home with your retarded crap. So if you made sense of anything I said in this video and you agree that we should stand up against trash like this, then do let me know and maybe consider subscribing. And if you got a problem, go complain to your boyfriend.